We just got back from Lapland in Finland, which was an amazing experience. I definitely recommend it if you've got kids for sure, but even without, I mean, it was just one of the best trips we've ever taken. And while we were there, we had a driver, and we thought because of the length of time we were there, we'd get like a different driver morning, evening. We had the same guy every trip that we took, and he's one of the just the most infectious personalities in a good way that I've ever met. Just so passionate about what he did, about his country, about giving us tips, about helping us. And you could just tell the guy was genuine. His name was Peck. In fact, my daughter bought a reindeer from the hotel we're in because it looked lonely, and then named it after the taxi driver because she liked him so much too. Just sheer enthusiasm. If I mean, he didn't look like a model, anything like that, but just so attractive. You wanted to be around him, right? Have you ever experienced that with other people? Some people, yeah, sometimes they're attractive in a way you want to be around them. You end up becoming their partner, getting married, all that kind of stuff. But in other ways too, like your friends or just colleagues, you always feel better for spending time with them. You're like, oh man, I'm so glad. I always want to catch up with this person. Are you that kind of person for your circle of influence and anybody that comes into it? Because you got to think about that. Because if you have a personality that kind of repels people as opposed to attracts them, that's very, very bad when you're trying to build a network marketing business, isn't it? Think about it. I'm going to give you some tips on how, well, one big tip about how you can become more attractive. But it's very, very important because the first experience someone's ever going to get of your company or your product is you. You're the one telling them that it's fantastic. You're the one telling them this business is good. You're the one telling them whatever it is that you're telling them, whether it's face to face or online. So if they don't really like or feel comfortable or attracted to you, why would they want to go into business with you? I'll tell you a quick story before I give you the tip. There used to be a place called Miller Brothers. I don't even know if they're still in business. I don't think they are. And it was near where I lived. And we always used to go and buy electronics. It was like a big electronic superstore, way before the days of Amazon. I'm showing my age here. Had all, used to go and try the stereos and try the TVs and pick the one you wanted. That's how we used to do things, right? So we used to go to Miller Brothers. And one time we were buying a washing machine and a tumble dryer. We'd just moved into our new house, my wife and I, 20 years ago now. So we went there, and the salesman was an idiot. He was so pressured. We told him our budget, like we were 18 years old, we were just moving into a new property, we didn't have a lot to spend. This is kind of all we had. We needed a washing machine and a tumble dryer for that. And he just kept trying to hike us up to the high end to make more of a commission. He was not listening to what I was saying. He was, and I just felt it just wasn't a good feeling. Now, even though I figured out the washing machine and tumble dryer that I wanted, I found somebody else to give my money to. He was like, have you made your decision? I was like, yeah, but not with you. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you've done nothing but ignore me. I was confident even back then. I was like, you've done nothing but even ignore me and just try and make more of a commission. I don't begrudge you commission, but I do begrudge you trying to put me in a tough financial spot and not listening to the customer. So I want to find someone else. I don't want you getting my commission, right? He wasn't very happy, but tough shit. That's you make your bed, you lie in it, right? So I purposefully avoided that guy. Now, it could be the same with you, not as extreme as that, but with how you put yourself across on social media, like the conversations you have. We all have people who are like, I think Ray Higdon, my buddy Ray, called him like the Eeyore of MLM. Like, that's how some people are like. Maybe you are too. How can we rectify this? Well, I want to ask you about your passions, right? How much are you doing in your day-to-day life that you're passionate about? It could be, well, let's have a look what some passions could be. It could be the obvious ones, like hobbies. A lot of times when we get in network marketing, we've got to be a grinder. We've got to hustle. Don't do anything until you made a ton of money. That's a stupid piece of advice because you know what? It always takes longer than you think and you're going to be miserable. And in our game, attractiveness counts. So if people look at you and see you're miserable, you've stopped going to the gym, you're not looking after yourself, you've stopped doing all the stuff that you enjoy, and you say, hey, join my business, it's amazing, they're going to go, no thank you, I don't want to end up like you. So that's stupid advice for network marketers. So like hobbies, people, maybe you socialize, maybe the quality time with your family, right? That's something people are passionate about. It could be the methods you're using. My upline says I got to cold call 20 people a day. I hate it. Well, okay, why don't you swap it for blogging or swap it for YouTube or swap it for something else? There's different ways to build a network marketing business. Are you passionate about the way that you're building? And then your marketing. Like, if you're being forced to be a square peg in a round hole, you're not really going to be passionate about the message that you deliver. If you don't truly believe in what you're saying about your product or what you're saying about the business or any of those type of things, people aren't stupid, no matter how clever you are with the words and the scripts. They get that feeling just like you would. You go, something's not quite right with that person. You ever get that like hairs on the back of your neck or that voice in your head says, not quite right, that person, right? Don't believe it. There's a mismatch. That's what people are going to say about you. So how much of these things are you including in your life right now? Are you scheduling time to spend with the people that you care about? Are you keeping up with hobbies to keep yourself sane? Because if you don't perform well, then nothing performs well. Are you happy with the methods that you're using in your business? Are you happy with the marketing message that you're putting out there? Start to become more involved in the things that make you happy. Because I tell you for now, Peck, my old buddy in Lapland, I don't care if he's a taxi driver, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, like, he's not like a multi-millionaire as far as I'm aware, with the watch and the car and the usual thing that people want to ask about the business in. I don't care about the guy's clothes. I don't care about his job. If he'd have asked me to take a look at something, right, I'm in a business, I'm just starting out, would you take a look at it? That would be one of the very rare occasions where I would say yes. I get asked that question, it's getting close to nearly like 100 times a day now, and I always have to say no because I just physically don't have the time, right? And most people are just trying to prospect me. But if that guy, with his passion and his happiness, he just seemed to have the secret to life, right? And if he said, do you want to take a look at what I'm doing? I'd be like, absolutely. Of course I want to be more like you. I'm a happy guy. I'm passionate, but you're off the chart, Peck, my friend. Show me what you've got. So if you can, putting aside the money you've made, the results you've got, the doubts that you tell yourself, right? Oh, no one's going to listen to me. If you can be enthusiastic, passionate, purposefully manufacture some more happiness, you would be amazed and shocked at the number of curiosity-like questions and levels it would raise from people around you. What are you doing different, right? That's what they'd say. You're so happy. What is different? And then you could show them what it is, which is your business, right? You say, well, how... Final thing. Manufacture happiness, Richard. I can hear some of you cynics say right now, like they'll probably be in the, you can't like everybody's an expert on YouTube, aren't they? You can't manufacture happiness, says the world's most miserable man. All right, good one. So anyway, like I believe, and I know this to be true, mind, like body, mind. People say that the body follows the mind. It does, right? If you can, like I do, I have a morning routine, an evening routine. It sets me in good stead. It makes sure I have some issues with anxiety. It keeps that down low. It allows me to be positive. It allows me to be clear on my goals. It allows me, because I'm clear on what I'm doing every day, it allows me to take physically with body the right actions. Like if you have a schedule and in your mind you start to think about what should I do, what's the best order, and then you write that down, can you not then take better actions? Would your body not then follow the mind? Absolutely. So, but I also know that the mind follows the body too. So like if you smile, like if I smile right now, some of you felt a little bit happier just seeing somebody smile at you, right? And if you smile at yourself and like pull that expression, it can make you like, oh, this is stupid, what am I doing? You get a little chuckle. You feel a little bit better than you did before doing that. Because what happens is your mind is pre-programmed to know that when you smile, happiness should follow. That's why you're smiling, right? Happiness. So your physiology can change based off of what is happening with your physical expressions, right? If you go for a walk, right? You're feeling down, you go for a walk, you get out in nature. Like I love to go for a walk every weekend with my family. We go to a forest like nearby. I feel better for that up here for doing that physical activity. Okay? So you are able to take these steps and plan them and it make you feel better. Because you may say, well, Richard, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like having all this time. I don't feel like all these hobbies. I just got too much on my plate. I get that. But you'd be surprised if you were able to just go for a walk for the first time in a while, or you were able to just, say, okay, this Sunday afternoon, no mobile phones, no work, let's have some quality family time, let's have a games night, or I don't know, something that you enjoy and you've lost a little bit or got or not been consistent with. You'd be amazed at how that step can make you feel a little bit better. You must have known in your own life, looking back, times where you really didn't feel like doing something, but you kind of forced yourself to do it, and when you did it, you were like, I do feel better for that. Your mind followed your body. So when people say, oh, Richard, you can't manufacture happiness, you can't manufacture passion, there I think they're thinking about like falseness. They're thinking like pretending to be happy when you're not, pretending to be passionate when you're not. That's not what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you to identify things that you're passionate about, that can make you happy, that you've lost touch with, and starting to force them back into your daily routine. And then you're going to start to feel better because it's a true, actual emotion. And that will show to the people around you. It will show every video you make, every conversation you have, every phone call, every presentation, everything. And that will increase your results because that is a really, really attractive quality, just like that taxi driver was in Lapland. So did that make sense? Are you thinking now, hopefully, some ideas that you can put into play today, tomorrow, this week, and make this start to be a reality for you? Final point I'll make is, results do vary. Not as a disclaimer, but in a sense of, I don't know what your results will be. I don't know how long they're going to take. And if all you're fixed on is cutting out everything that you're happy with and just trying to make a certain amount of money, like, is it really worth getting to that destination if you've been miserable for the next 5 years, if you've wrecked relationships with important people, if you let yourself get out of shape physically and mentally, if you're just generally not a happy or healthy person, but you have a stack of money because you've hit a certain rank? Is that really a success? I see so many people fall into that trap. Richard, I got to a rank faster than you in the company, and this big guy on YouTube or whatever, and well, not big, I'm actually quite short, but I did it quicker than you. I'm like, cool, but go take a look at my social media. I've done what I've done whilst traveling the world, whilst having free time, whilst serving our community and our industry, whilst doing all these other things that I'm passionate and I'm happy. I wouldn't swap my life for nobody, right? I really love my life and I'm so grateful for what we've been able to build. So if you're asking me would I swap that for another 10 grand a month or another 20 grand a month or a rank a bit faster, the answer is absolutely not. Success isn't just about the numbers. Success is about how you feel. Success is about, the ultimate question, are you happy? That's the ultimate question. Money isn't going to change that if you've got other things that are lacking. It can help if you have them, and I want you to have both if that's a goal of yours. So anyway, we're going for 12 minutes. That's longer than my usual video, but I thought it was an important topic. I wanted to make sure I hit this home with you. And who knows, maybe you're the one person watching this that says, he's right, I'm going to do something about that, and it steers you away from a very negative path to something and having more happiness in your life. And I'd really be thankful if that's you for definite. So anyway, I want to give you a little bit of extra training, more than I can do in this 10 to 15 minutes we've been together. It's free. There's going to be nothing for sale on it. You don't even have to put your email in. I'm sincere when I offer you something. I want you to get benefit from it. So if you go to richardmatharoo.com/on-track, the link is a little bit lower down in the description, like if you scroll down to the text area, or on a mobile, I think you have to press the down arrow, scroll down, and you'll see a description. That is a training that I'm going to do to help you segment up your next 12 months into specific tasks and goals, and that will enable you to have the very best chance of rank advancing, doing things you enjoy, all this kind of stuff I've been talking about, actually putting it into a strategy for you to get your teeth into that fits your personality, your requirements, your time management, all those kind of things. I'd love for you to join me on that. It's free, nothing for sale on that training either. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. I hope you enjoyed this video, I really do. If you're a subscriber, I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.